We have a ton of fun projects coming up on the farmhouse. Make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell so you're not missing any of them. And today,
we're gonna be putting up the basketball hoop, woo woo, and working a little bit more in the kitchen, and you'll see some more work on the trusses prepping for the roof.
Yeah, we gotta get the sheeting on. AC's up and running. We got a little dust and things to clean up here and get some registers on these, but it is looking good. Nice and cold. We got Grandma Rose down here keeping the water on the concrete so it doesn't cure up. It's about 100 degrees today and it's really fresh. And if you keep it wet, it'll help it cure a lot harder. I'm up on top of the roof here doing a little bit of bracing. You can see this board running out there. These boards running here. Over there on that side, you can kind of see they continue on. Basically just tying the rafters all together so that they don't wobble side to side. And then I've got some diagonal ones up here. They kind of form a Y, and they Y down over on the other side of the gable too. And that makes them really strong. And then we'll put the sheeting up here and this roof won't be going anywhere. So this wasn't included in my truss package. I've got to build just a little cricket over here on this side. It's called a cricket. It's just going to shoot down on that side, and then these essentially rafter tails poke up here, and I'll just connect to them because they're connected to this truss here. Right here is the playroom, and we have this area right here. It's over the laundry room and the playroom, and I think that it would be fun to make this area here kind of like a vaulted addition to the playroom, you know, insulate up top there so it's nice and warm, and run an air vent into here. I just think that would be a lot of fun, and have it come, like have the climbing wall come up to that, like you got to climb the climbing wall to get into here. We'll run it by Jami, we'll see what she says. Eliza, what goes there?
The basketball hoop.
And why are you getting a basketball hoop?
So I can practice basketball.
And because you've been helping out a ton all summer?
Yep.
So we tried to plan ahead a little bit for this. I made this little plate in the same pattern as the basketball stand. That way we could just bolt it in instead of having to drill down into the concrete. And this has a footer down there. It's about 2 feet deep by probably about 18 inches around in diameter.
In Lehi, we can get winds up to 50, 60 miles an hour. And so whenever you want something to last, you gotta really dig down deep.
I was more concerned with like Harrington trying to dunk on it.
Oh, also that. That's a lot of boy.
All right, Redrick. You see how I have the washer on here, and then this plate needs to go on here like this, and then have a washer, and then the nut, and then we can tighten those down.
Okay.
Okay, so run those through. You want to help him, Eliza?
Sure.
Here, put the other bolt in before you tighten it down.
This bolt?
Well, so put the washer on, then you put the nut on, and then before you tighten everything down, put the other one through. You might have to wiggle it up and down a little to get it through the hole. Redrick, don't move your end, just hold it still. Put 2 hands on it. Hold it down against the cardboard. There you go. All right, so look down in there and you can see when it's coming through. There you go.
I don't know, Zeb said that you need to film me pulling the weeds out of the yard. I don't know why, but apparently it's a weird priority to have, but I just can't stand these weeds. So I'm pulling them. It's what I do while Zeb's doing stuff that he doesn't need my help on.
You got it? You gotta hook it on this. Okay, tip it my way.
It's on. Woo!
Alright, that's it.
It's in. Woo!
We're getting more sod laid down. Jamie is being very diligent about her sod prep. Are we gonna have enough to finish this strip over here, or do we need to go get more?
Okay, I keep thinking we're gonna have enough, but we're gonna need at least another whole pallet to finish this.
This backyard is deceivingly large. Like, it doesn't feel big next to the house, but it's a good sized yard.
Yeah, way bigger than where we're at now.
This section right here is like 3 of our current backyard.
Yeah, and that doesn't include the big front yard.
Or the side yard. Jack, are you helping Harrington lay that out?
Yeah, Jack rolled out like 2 rolls. Then they found a mouse, they got distracted, they found some worms and fed the chickens. Working with little boys is a process.
Real slow and steady till it runs like a river. There you go. That's how you want to soak that down. Because if it dries out, it dies. All right, take 2. I've got the soda for my soda blaster here. It's basically like sand, it's real fine sand. And I've got this copper pipe, but I filled the pipe up with this and compacted it down and just capped it with some duct tape. We'll see if it bends a little better, and I will go do that right now. All right, this was the first attempt. Second attempt is going a little better. This has sand in it, and I tried to go all at once. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking little nibbles here and working my way down the pipe instead of trying to bend it all at one time. We could probably use a different type of pipe, but I'm determined to try this copper. They make a spring that goes down in it that helps it not bend, but I didn't want to buy another tool for something I may only use one time. All right, so I had to drill the holes kind of off center to mount this because of the way I had to center the lamp, but I feel like that's all right. I'm just gonna putty them up so they're nice and smooth. We'll sand that, repaint it, and no big deal. You won't know they were there. Yeah, maybe tomorrow we'll get the faucet done.
Hey, today we got a light. You rebent it. It looks amazing. I would have to say, even though it's imperfect, it's still like 1,000 times better than the vanity light.
If I bend 4 or 5 more, I might actually have it down.
It has a lot of character. I am hot and sweaty and dirty. I have been outside literally all day. I feel like I've been at war with this yard, but the backyard is sodded enough that it will grow it in the patchy spots and be amazing. Tomorrow I'm gonna work on the front yard and the basketball hoops in.
Basketball hoop is in, a little bit of reseeding in the backyard. We're done with trusses, but we still have to talk about them because now I'm doing the bracing. It's like an ongoing process, this roof. Fun fact though, I looked it up. We saved about $10,000 doing just the truss part and the sheeting on top by ourselves, so that's worth it to me.
Since we didn't have that $10,000, I'm really glad that we saved it. Harrington leaves next week to college, so next week it is full steam ahead to work on getting the old roof off of here and get some OSB and start roofing on the addition. It's gonna be super fun. Hit up JamiRayVintage.com for the paint and products we use, JamiRayVintageHome.com for cute clothes and the home decor. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.